on the screen, I've got my fan curve, my system resistance curve, right? I got my interaction. So my question to you is what happens when you've added up all the ductwork? I needed 1200 CFM against 2 inches. That 2 inches represents all those elbows, the whole works. And then it's installed. And you go back to do a review and your as-built, the ductwork is going around a couple of columns. That was not in your design, right? So what's going to happen? Static pressure is going to be a little different than you added because you didn't account for those extra elbows. So if I were to look at a fan curve, and this is where some of the life comes in, if I add static pressure, I change the system, and that curve starts arcing up. Right? Notice I'm hitting at a new point. This means that because of the extra static pressure, my CFM is going to change. And in this scenario, more static pressure, I'm going to have less flow. But in the end, I still need 1200. That's what the fan was ordered for. That's what the need is. So now I'm looking at a scenario where, because I have the more static pressure, I'm going to bump up the speed to get back to where that intersection between the two curves is on my 1200 CFM line, right? So in this scenario, I need to bump up to 1525 fan RPM to get back to what I needed originally. Now, if I have less static pressure than I thought I would need, right? I thought 2 inches, turns out it's a little less. As you have less, the system resistance curve will lay down. And of course, same scenario, I'm going to have to adjust the speed of the fan. And now I have to slow the fan down. So I'm only moving the 1200 CFM. So now I have a new operating point at 1365 fan RPM. So when you're looking at fan curves, just kind of keep in mind that the actual as-built static pressure, how that changes, can actually change the shape of that original fan curve that you were provided, right? This also kind of brings in, like I've done 2 RPM changes here, one up, one down. Something to think about is what technologies are out there that allow me the freedom to speed up or slow down.